All right, St. Louis, buckle your seatbelts. We're going to school today. I don't think many of you are ready, but that's okay. Facebook, I don't have the rights to this music. Don't shut me down, Facebook. I'm doing all I can at Facebook. It's to help my brothers and sisters, black and white, Asian and Hispanic, Americans, Russians, Japanese, Australians, Canadians, Africans, Europeans. It doesn't make a difference where you're from or what your nationality is. You're still my brother and my sister. However, you must begin to understand, in order to be connected at the micro level, molecular subatomic level, you have to have a full developed mind. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to encode at the level in which you need to encode in order to understand that you never knew. I think that's where we have went wrong. We unfortunately have been following an untruth. And the reason you've been following an untruth is because you never had the mind strong enough to be able to discern the untruth. Once your mind reaches a certain level of power, you will be able to discern what you never was capable of discerning, because now you have the power to discern it. We are living in darkness as a whole, as a country, as a nation, as a world. And the reason we're living in darkness is because the mind is not strong enough to bring the truth into the now. All is mine. I keep trying my best to get you to understand all is mine. You're encoding your entire existence. And as a result of encoding your entire existence, it appears as if you're moving. But you're not moving. It's just like picture frames, binary, ones and zeros, information and data. And you're not going to know that's the case, because if your mind is operating relatively slow, undeveloped, you're not going to know that everything is mine. You're going to think it's outside you, but yet everything is being encoded and it's a reflection of your insides. We are unquestionably, undoubtedly in trouble, and as a result of us being in trouble, we have failed to realize how the world works. We failed to realize how the universe works. Stars, galaxies, planets. We are so far from the truth, and we don't even know how far from the truth we are. It's not rocket science to be able to understand that Mach 4, Mach 5, we're talking about close to 3,000 to 4,000 miles an hour. But yet, back in the day, we only had half a horsepower. Then we got steam engines. Then we got combustion. Now we got nuclear power. But one thing we never developed was our mind. The undeveloped mind developed the things in which we now have. So as a result, an undeveloped mind can only develop things of itself, which are imperfect. A developed mind has the ability to reach the micromolecular subatomic level and be able to see things as they truly are, because that mind can only make things of itself, which are developed. An undeveloped mind can't make develop things, because everything is being made based upon the power that's being used in order to make it. We formulated false doctrine, false religion, false gods. As a result, we gave our own authority over to the darkness. We called it Lucifer, Satan, all kinds of information and names, but yet we failed to realize greater is he that's in us than he that's in the world. However, you're not going to know that there's something to know if you lack the power to be able to encode at the micro, because you have not the strength to be able to see things face to face. All is distorted. Einstein stated it's impossible to reach the speed of light, but I'm one to believe Einstein is wrong. It would be impossible if you're trying to go infinite. That's impossible, because you're going to run out of power trying to get to the end. However, if you contract inward, you will begin to understand that there's nothing outside you, everything is inside. And as a result, we will be able to no longer use gasoline as we use gasoline, because we would literally be powering the world by our developed mind. The mind is just like a computer, but it's the most powerful computer known to man. Once man reaches a level of perfection to know that it now knows, and as a result, it will acknowledge the fact that the mind is God at perfection, which is a perfect sound. Many are looking for something outside themselves, and yet believe that, well, God, if God wanted to be, it'll be. So would God want babies to be sexually assaulted? Would God want people to get killed and destroyed? Would God want wars and rumors of wars? That's not God. God is a perfect mind at perfection, which will literally reverse the laws of thermodynamics and cause darkness to flee. The power dwells in your mind. Unfortunately, we've been caught up in the lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. And as a result of being caught up in the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life, we got caught up into sensations and feel-goods. But what you fail to realize, based on the feel-goods and based on the sensations, you're dying because you never reached perfection. I want to believe once we reach perfection, we wouldn't get married, because you're marrying the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. You might get married once you reach perfection, but you're going to marry someone that has also reached that level of perfection, because you're going to both be in the same atmosphere, in the stratosphere. You both are going to be just alike. You're going to have the same sound. And as a result of having the same sound, you will begin to see the world as it truly is. And as a result, the gates of hell will no longer prevail. It's time, St. Louis, Chi-Town, Alabama, Georgia. Oh, it's time. It's time, New York, the Bahamas, Oregon. Oh, yeah. It's time, Florida. It's time for us to take that mountain. We're smarter than you think. Don't get in the way, because we don't play the radio. May God bless you all and get you to understand the time is not tomorrow. The time is today. God bless.